what we talk is very big talk, very, very tall talk. I want to change the whole country. Why is that like this? Why is this happening here? It should not have happened. He is stupid. He is wrong. Okay. How does it change anything? How does it change anything? To change anything outside, you need power. You need influence. You need to be respected, right? And you need to be trusted. Who is trusted? Who is trusted? Who is trusted? I trust Ramakrishna Mission. I'm just telling you one example. How and why? Last week there was a class on consistency. Okay. Now I'll tell you how and why. From the day Ramakrishna Mission started in 1897 till now, at a certain time, whatever time was stipulated in a place, suppose Delhi or Delhi at some point of time it was started. Okay. Okay. Take example of Delhi Ramakrishna Mission temple. In that temple, if puja is to be started at 9 o'clock and ended at 10 o'clock, from then on, suppose 1920s or 30s, I don't really remember the exact. From then on till this day, it has never stopped. It did not stop for a flood. It did not stop for a Sunday. It did not stop for anybody. Anybody. Aratrikam, evening. You go, Arati is there. It doesn't stop. 365 days a year. The year has got 366 days. It's like that. So, no stopping for anything. Complete consistency. You can trust. Right? You can trust it. So, we are trusted only when we are consistent, and consistency comes in order, habits, so small samskaras, etc. Whatever we think, they have effect. Suppose I think ill of somebody. That has got an effect on me. Firstly, primarily on me. We think that first that effect is on the other person. No, it is primarily on him. You know what happens? Suppose a person kills another person. Yeah, apparently that person is killed. But you know what happened there? Much worse thing is happening in himself. This is not recognized because it is not seen. If you are so childlike that and innocent that if you say even now in 2014 that I don't want to believe what I don't see, what I don't recognize, that is too childlike, I think. Okay, now I don't need even to discuss about it. We need to understand that. In order to understand that, we need to be sensible. All sensibilities must be there. You know what happens over the years? Suppose what happens to drug addicts? What happens? Why dopamine? What is it called? Dopamine? There is dopamine. Dopamine in brain is the reason for your thrill experience, all that. Okay, the experience you want, whatever it is. Okay, so that is released. When it is released artificially by taking drugs, etc., the brain thinks, okay, some amount of drug, and again you take drug, and then it releases, and then so you are forcing the brain to enjoy it. Okay, what is happening is after some time, unless you have drugs, you can't enjoy anything because your threshold of enjoyment is heightened. Now earlier you could enjoy music. Suppose a very melodious, nice song is there. You would go into ecstasy. Now that doesn't have any effect on you. You have to take a drug. At least a drug or higher. Only then you have that amount of thrill or joy. Okay. So whatever you are doing is you are spoiling yourself completely. Okay. Now why I tell you is I was talking about consistency, and then we are spoiling our sensibilities. Our sensibilities. Suppose earlier in Bangalore, what I heard is in Bangalore in the morning if you walk in the streets, morning 6 o'clock, etc., people used to get filter coffee flavors. Even on the street, it was so unpolluted. Of course, there was less pollution, etc., etc. But then it was so nice a city, wherein you even get that. Nowadays you don't. Maybe whoever were preparing were still preparing, but we lost those sensibilities. Okay. Many other examples are there. I think you can understand that. So we are losing our sensibilities. Suppose you eat mirchi, you go to Andhra person and then your mirchi you give him. My parents, my parents went to Kedarnath Badrinath, then I also was there. And then all the food was like bland. We belong to Andhra Pradesh, okay? Bland. So they asked, my parents asked for mirchi, green mirchi. And then we were given and then we were eating like chocolates. I was not, but then my parents. And then they just looking like that. Okay. Now, for us, the sensibilities are different of mirchi or this one. For you it is different. Okay. Anyway, so we need to be sensible. For that sensibility to increase, you need to calm down, cool down, slow down, meditate. Spend time with yourself. What am I? It's a great wonder. You can really enjoy that forever. One other thing. Swamiji was saying, you go after things one after the other. Suppose you get a pen. You want a very good pen. In Flipkart there is an advertisement. You have got a steel pen, Parker pen, and then on which your name can be engraved, and there is a certain price for that. Price is nothing before the design and all that, etc. You purchase it. For 1 week you are thinking that I have to purchase etc. After 1 week the pen came, and then you started writing. A month, after 2 months, you lost the newness, you lost the enjoyment you had on the first day, right? So what is now your mind? What does your mind want now? Pulsar bike or whatever new ones, I don't know. Okay, so you want that. Why? Because it can take you from 0 to 90 within some few seconds. Okay, 5 seconds or so. Okay, you saw that with your friend, you drove it first time, and then you like it. Now you really want it. Suppose 75,000, or you do anything for that, and then you get it. After a year, after 2 years, you don't enjoy the bike like that. So tell me, what is that in this world that you can enjoy for all time, forever? Tell me. Anything?
Love.
Unless you train yourself that I need to love this person, otherwise I'm going to split. If we are going to split, then people are going to say that we divorce, etc. That's not dignified, all that, etc. It's not done outside. This is the way it is in life, and we have to. Unless you tell yourself again and again and again and again, and then say every time, train. One part will be there in your brain. It becomes like that, and then it tells you always, okay, that is good, this is good. I have to start. I have to stick. Without this pressure, what is the things which you can enjoy forever? You said love. Memories. Your memory will be lost.
Respect.
Your memory, in the sense, your memory may be lost. Okay, tomorrow you may get old first point, or maybe a brick fell on your head. Then no, sorry. No, intentional. Sorry.
Everybody wants to be respected.
Wants to be respected. Shah Rukh Khan ji is respected, right? But yeah, after that he says that I don't want my children to get into the circus. You read that? So he doesn't want his children to be exposed to the media and all this circus. Why he is saying the circus? That is very important. Because after some time he felt this is a kind of this is a kind of prison I am in. I cannot come out. And that he cannot show outwardly. And whatever he wants to do, he wants to enjoy it because he has no choice. Suppose he is not enjoying whatever he is doing, then his life is miserable both ways. In the sense that he is not able to do what he wants to do, and what he is doing he is not enjoying. Both ways. But suppose he trains himself to enjoy what he is doing, then whatever, at least in one aspect, he is not able to do what he now wants to do, but he is at least doing what he is doing by enjoying it, right? So that in that way it is better. So respect also, after some time it's nothing. Suppose you become a master of the stage, anywhere you can go, any stage, you have no fear, you can give lots of programs, etc., or singing, etc. After some time, what happens? It becomes routine. Daily, regular meal, okay, like that. What is that?
So we can enjoy curiosity.
So Curiosity means that which stops after some time. It by definition, yes or no? Curious, I'm curious. I see that. Suppose he has a file or he has a. I'm curious. I'm trying to look at it, and once I get the chance, oh, it is that. Over.
But if you see things and you can be curious to know that what is it, there are ample things in the universe.
Now what is one thing with which you can be forever happy, satisfied, content? Never, you don't need to train yourself.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind. See, peace is a state of mind, right? You need that. Yeah, but how to achieve it? Anyway, what I'm saying is a thing or concentrating. The whole funda where I'm coming is, I want to put my mind, my whole mind and body on one thing, after which I don't need any other thing. Okay, I'll be forever at peace.
Maybe love.
Detachment. Sorrow is fine.
What is that's a big matter. What is love? I don't want to deal now.
Detachment.
Creativity. See, these are all creativity. Once you create this, suppose I created that bag. Fine bag, very fine bag. Neo bag is the okay. I did it. After that, what happens?
Suppose there will be the composer. Composing final.
Yeah, again and again he has to compose, right? He is not satisfied, or he wants to do better. So what I'm trying at?
Search for infinity with consistency.
Yeah, the search is consistent, but infinity is always consistent, because infinity, once you really understand what is infinity, then now she is saying infinity, I go with her. Okay, because infinity is what I define God as in my all classes, right? Yeah, somebody.
Detachment.
Detachment is a method to do something. Detachment by itself is not a goal, right? Why should you be detached? Why? Because you need peace. If you are attached, that is perishable. Suppose I am attached to this auditorium. Tomorrow flood comes, or tomorrow something comes up, and then earthquake, gone. This auditorium. What happened? I am attached to it, then I have to grieve. That I don't want. That is why detachment is there. Okay. But detachment by itself is not a thing on which
Experiencing the greater self.
the greatest self. Why not greater? Because greater is a comparative degree. After greater there is another greater. After greater there is another greater. Greatest over. Okay. So come to this the superlative thing. What is the superlative thing?
Passion and enthusiasm.
These are all methods to achieve there. Suppose once you decide I want to do that, with passion and with lots of enthusiasm, renewed enthusiasm, I can achieve that, right? What is to be achieved? That's what. Anyway, as she said, Buddha's statehood. Buddha is a state of mind. Buddha is not a person. Siddhartha was his name. He attained Buddhahood. Okay. Now what is Buddhahood? Attaining infinitehood. Infinitehood in the sense infinity. Now what is infinity? No limits. And if you have no limits, space and time and causation, you are not bound by any cause, because this happened, this has to happen. Cause and effect, there is a law, cause and effect. You are not bound by it. Suppose I am here, space limitation is, I am here, I cannot be there, I cannot be there, I cannot be there, I am limited by space. If you don't have that limit, what happens? You are everywhere. When you are, unless you are everywhere, you can't be infinite. Can you? What is infinity? Limitless thing. Unless, suppose you are only at one place, then you are limited. You are not limitless. So you are limited by it. Then what happens? Something else exists from you. Something else than you exists. Suppose I am only here, which means I am not there, which means apart from me something else exists. That causes me fear of my existence, very existence. What is, we have so many fears. Fear of lizard, fear of cockroach, fear of so many things, fear of failing, all these things. What is the basic thing if you boil down is fear of death. Out of fear of death, you are getting all these kinds of fears. Okay. Now, that fear of death is a basic thing that is making us afraid. If we know we never die, we never have any fear. We will not. Anyway, I am not going to die. Right? So, what I am saying is, Okay, this duality in the sense, if we understand, if we think that, if we recognize that there is something other than me, that leads to fear, because that may make me die, and that may make me non-existent being. Competition will be there. If two things are there, competition may be there, right? And whose will be done. Suppose that part, whatever the other thing is, other entity has got a will. Will in the sense, let there be light. I say let there be darkness. Now whose will be done? There is a conflict, right? So when there is a conflict, there is no peace. There is no. That's not infinity. That's not one. So basically, that basic science also, science, what is it? The basic thing they want to find out. So then that should be infinity, yes or no? Tell me. Just by this simple logic, maybe it's not infallible, but yeah, this is also logic, right? So it must be infinity, and we are that infinity already. That is the secret Indians found. Yes.
So we are saying infinity, but how would I take it?
How will you?
How would I understand it?
Why should you understand? How can you understand? Understanding is a thing, is a process of brain recognizing something else, etc. When there is no something else, why would you even have to understand you are that? Got it? Suppose you are that. We are not even trying to understand small things, what is happening in our life. Realize it. Actually, realization happens because. So, what is realization? What is realization? Analyze that word. नहीं, वो रियल होना है आपको. मतलब आप बोल रहे हैं अभी आप जो मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वो सब सारे आइडियाज है, हाँ? हाँ, अनुभूति हुआ तो रियल होता है. This is a real thing because it is solid to me. I can touch it, etc., etc. Okay? Okay. So air is there. You feel it. That is a different kind of anubhuti. You are there. Are you there or not? Is that your experience or not?
Basically, sir, for basic question is who are we? So the realization is that we are nothing, and that makes.
What is nothing? If it is nothing, why should we even talk about?
No.
There is nothing. Suppose there is nothing.
Lies in the fact that we are nothing, so we will not be destroyed. We are not born, so we are not dying. So that's
No. If we are nothing, there is nothing. Then there is no question of talking at all, right? Nothing means what? Nothing. I can't explain it further. Nothing, you understand? Suppose we are nothing. There is no we. Then there is no question of realizing or understanding or anything like that.
So we have to come back to the realization that ultimately all these things are nothing.
There is no compulsion that we have to come back. Now again, because I am a monk, because I am trying to drive home one point, don't think that we are all together here to mesmerize, hypnotize you into believing something. Nothing like that. There is no compulsion. Absolutely no compulsion. You can go exact opposite way also. You can say that whole secret of the world is lying in this podium. I have no objection. Okay? But just think. Okay? So it's not about nothing. It's about everything. And I am not saying everything as that English meaning, but you understand as infinity, right? Infinity, how do you understand? How do you understand infinity? Which is not finite. Finite means something limited, which is not finite. That is infinity. Yes, please.
How do you define infinity?
You know better. You studied better, right? You're all engineers, doctors, and all these people here. What is infinity? Yogesh, what is infinity? No philosophical. Let it be scientifical or any point of anybody. What is infinity? Just suppose I am a maths teacher. In maths also you studied 1, 2, 3. Up to infinity when you say, it's not really up to infinity. Infinity is not a point there. Uncountable. Then it is indefinable also. It's not defined. Because if you define it, it becomes finite. It's not a real definition of it. So we all need to at least understand or admit, recognize that there is something which we cannot describe in words. Every day in the Aratrikam evening in Ramakrishna Mission, we say Namo Namo Prabhu Vakya Manatita. Vakya means words, Mana means Mana, Atita. You are beyond words and mind. Mind cannot comprehend this. Can you comprehend infinity? No. Can words define infinity? No. But you know there is infinity existing. And that is one, because that can't be two. If it is two, it is finite. It becomes two things are two finite things we have got, not one infinity. Now, that one thing. Now tell me, where are the differences? Where are the differences between religions? Where are the differences between sexes? Where are the differences between the social statuses, rich, poor, all these things? No. Really speaking, coming down to basic thing, we are all one. We are all one force. We are led to believe that I am different from him, he is different from him, he is different from him. We are led to believe because of maybe some disease, because of maybe some ignorance, mistake, forgetting. While you are forgetting, do you recognize that you are forgetting something? While you are forgetting it. No. So we are forgetting now that we are infinite, and that is the very reason we are not able to now recognize that we are infinite. But after we remember that, we may understand that, okay, I forgot for this amount of time, if we are bound by time. You got it? This. Okay, now we are forgetting it. And there are people to remind you, to recall you to that great divinity, that infinity, that eternity. These people are called Avatar Purushas or God and all these people. And if suppose some other scientist tomorrow discovers this and then recalls us all to that infinity, I will consider him as Avatar, him as God, no problem. Him as God in the sense he is a guru. There is God actually is him and one, right? There is only one. So there is, and now you may ask me, anybody will ask me any question? That what are these names and forms and all these things? Anybody?
Sir, I would like to ask you the link that आपने starting में question पूछा that वो क्या चीज़ है जिससे हमें joy मिलता है, जिससे happiness मिलती है, उसको infinite से कैसे जोड़ें?
नहीं, okay. तो हम ये discussion कैसे शुरू किया? What is the thing with which I can perfectly be at peace with, and after putting my mind on it, my mind will not waver or hanker for anything else. So that thing, for permanent basis, I am satisfied. I was asking about one thing after another thing, etc., right? Now that is infinity. In my words, it is God, and then mind by design will be satisfied if you completely devote yourself to God, and that is the only receptacle where you can put all your energies, you can focus, and that can receive. What is that? That is infinite, that God. Okay. Now, why I took up this topic is, you will attain perfect peace only when you devote your whole mind and whatever energies you got towards this one infinite only reality called God.
But sir, जो Philip Pettit था, उसकी life तो थी, उसको wire के
Philip Pettit. तो Philip Pettit को wire,
सर उसने जब भी था उसका पूरा जो जीवन का संघर्ष था till his death,
Okay.
उसके लिए सिर्फ wire पे चलना ही उसका passion था,
हाँ.
वो इसके लिए God था, तो
हाँ.
उसने तो infinite के लिए नहीं सोचा.
नहीं सोचा नहीं है उसको. By thinking Philip Pettit, everybody, how many first time comers are there? Today only first time. Okay. Philip Pettit is a person on whom we did lot of case studies. The man who walks on wires, tight wire that he ties between things, and then he walks. And he walked in between those twin towers are there, World Trade Centers, 2 towers are there, and he tied a wire, and there at the height of 1350 feet, etc., he walked. The buildings are 200 feet apart. Okay, there he walked successfully 8 times. This side, that side, that side, this side. Anyway, that person, all his life he trained himself to be a great, perfect wire walker. Complete focus must be there. Otherwise, any half second, fraction of a second focus out of focus, he goes down to death. Right? 1 minute. Let me complete this. That earlier question. So for him, what she says is, that is spiritual practice, and being able to succeed, success is God for him, right?
But so you said infinite, that walking
One minute,
fire is
one minute,
infinite.
one minute. So, I'm not saying Philip Pettit is already achieved his God. So, your presumption is that, premise of this question is that. Now, what I'm saying is, but he is very close, he is very close, that is what I'm saying. Now, by dedicating his whole life, all of his energies to one thing in life, that particular thing, what he did is, he excluded everything else. So that one particular thing, he achieved. Success was achieved. Now all he has to do is divert that to infinity. That whole concentration now, enthusiasm, passion, all these words, detachment, all these words he used, no? These are all techniques by which he achieved even that.
So basically what
With the same thing is 1 minute. With the same thing, he has to divert his attention to God and done. That's all. Now, again, here I am not trying to define God as some particular religious God or etc. etc. It may be, it is infinite. That much at least all science people or philosophical people accept. But he has to find out a way to get peace forever. Okay, that's all. And now and by that you should also understand, you will not be afraid of death. You will not be changed by, if old age comes, etc. You are different you are different from this body. You understand? Different again. Body is also you, but you are not limited by your body. That much you should understand. Okay. Now what was your question? Now your question answered. No? Your question. In the sense, for him, he excluded everything else. Focus there. The same focus, amount of focus, interest, passion, detachment, all that it takes for him to do that. Same if he had put in Patanjali Yoga Sutras to practice Patanjali Yoga Sutras, he would have attained Samadhi. Samadhi in the sense, the highest state of being, perfect being. Now what I am claiming is, Indian scientists called Rishis in Sanskrit, they achieved this thousands of years ago. What is that? Even they understood that they have to first turn their gaze towards the inside, and then really became realized in the sense, now air is not real to me. Suppose I can make a solid out of air, one box, and I can feel it, I can touch it, okay, I know, I can bang my head on it. Similarly, that kind of realization, in the sense, it has become real, that truth has become real. Okay, and when Alexander came to you know that famous story in popular culture. Alexander came to India, he conquered everywhere, etc. He saw a yogi, he liked him. Some soldiers went and talked to him, and then he was not moving, etc. You go away from here, our emperor is coming. He is not moving. He is just on a big rock. He is sitting almost naked. Okay, just very very small. And then he is meditating, or he is happy with himself. Nothing else. He is just sitting there. Then they came and they wanted him to move. He is not moving. They said, Alexander, emperor, etc. He is coming. So what? He said. And then they all went back and told his ministers, etc. They tried in various ways. It went to, the issue escalated till Alexander. Alexander said, let me see who he is. So he went and talked to the yogi. Hey yogi, who are you? What are you doing here? What is all the, you look very, in the sense, you look very joyous, but by the surroundings, I think it must be extremely boring for you to sit here, etc. Then he said, maybe he just glanced at him, and then he didn't even talk. He didn't even reply. Then he said, who do you think you are? You are offending me. I am Alexander the Great, who conquered all that, etc., almost all the world. I said, I can do anything to you. What can you do? He was surprised. He was little interested now. What can you do? I can kill you. I can cut you into pieces, 1,000 pieces, etc. And he laughed. Yogi laughed as if that is the joke of the year. And then he laughed and he said, that is the greatest lie you can ever tell to anybody. Why? Alexander wondered. You think you can cut my body? This is the body which I am, which you think I am. But I am not this body. I am infinite. I am in the sun. I am in the moon. I am everywhere. I am in the air. Everywhere. I am that. And in me, all these things are floating. Suppose you think they are different from me. Supposing you think they are different from me, then they are all floating in me. As ice cubes float on water. Suppose there is a river going on, gushing in Haridwar, Ganga is going on. Okay? On that there are big ice cubes floating. What is in ice cubes? Water. What is outside ice cubes? Water. There is only water. What is the difference? Form. There is really no form. What is form? Form is a concept. Suppose the ice cube is in an elephant form. So what? It's only water. What is reality in that? So that you need to understand. What is reality in the ice cube? In the form of an elephant. Suppose it shapes as an elephant. But what is really there? Is there an elephant there? Where is the form? Form is in your mind. You are led to believe that is an elephant. Suppose that particular shape, if I train your mind, suppose you are in my school and then I'm a teacher, I tell you that is a pig. You would say an elephant from ice cube is floating, you say pig. Right? So similarly it is in your mind, that's all. What is really there is, the reality is ice. What is ice? Is water. So water outside, water inside. Like that I am there, all these people are in you also and my body, everything is all floating. That's India. Okay? Then he was mesmerized. Okay? Alexander. Now that is what I am saying. Yeah. Who or somebody was objecting? Yes.
My question is like,
Now if we find that, imagine the joy. Now when Swamiji was talking about Gambhiranandaji, Gambhiranandaji is not perturbed by anything in this world. Anything. Rajiv Gandhi, Prime Minister, going to become Prime Minister, he is going to come, please ask him to vote somebody else. Yeah, it's like that. I have seen so many people. Yes.
so like it is easy for our mind to focus on finite things. Then how can we have focus on infinite?
If you want to do only easy things in this world, what happens? Just tell me. You can't really go anywhere. I don't think so. Right? Challenges makes heroes. Yes? I always tell you, this is a formula. Challenges make heroes, conflict equal to interest. And you may say that whatever I am saying is boring. Because suppose Swamiji I become infinite, then I can move or anything like that. No, it's not like that. Okay? Infinity is enjoyed infinitely. This you need to understand slowly. This you can experience after some amount of practicing meditation, etc. etc. Now our state of mind is not really allowing us to even imagine that peace. Swami Ashokananda, Swami Vivekananda's disciple, he says in samadhi, in extreme deep meditation, your breath stops. You don't require breath. Your life doesn't go away from your life or from your body or from you. But your breathing stops. Sri Ramakrishna used to, I told you, Sri Ramakrishna used to go into this state every now and then. Maybe 1 second he goes there and come back. Maybe for 1 hour he just stands like this, he is dancing in the ecstasy of hearing God's name, etc. And then he stops, and then in that pose he would be there. And that is how he is photographed. All the 3 photographs that are available of Sri Ramakrishna now published are when he was in the state of samadhi. Samadhi is the highest state a man can achieve when he is one with the infinite, what I am talking about. He is one with the infinite. He doesn't have any the heartbeat is not there. Pulses, there is no pulse, and there is no breathing, etc. And the British doctors, those times we were slaves, right? We were under the British. British doctors came and checked, etc. All those things happened. It is all recorded fact first hand. You can read in books. Okay. Some people, even Narendranath tested him many ways like that. Okay. He says you have nervous breakdown, etc. That is because of that. And then later on, Narendranath used to say that. People used to respect. But Narendranath tested him for 6 years, 5 to 6 years. Okay. And then only he had to agree about Sri Ramakrishna's genuineness, etc. etc. Now what I am saying is, now Sri Ramakrishna when he was in that state, he was one with that, and the lungs stopped taking the breath, in and out the breath. Then Swami Ashokananda says, you will understand what real comfort is. You think that after toiling a lot in the day, you come and lay down on a soft bed and then you can go into a nice nap. You feel very joy, right? Very restful, right? That is not at all rest in comparison with the rest that you feel after your lungs really stop breathing. Just because it is a usual, it is regular thing. It is a regular thing, right? Without that we cannot live. Just because it is regular, just because it has become so habit, inherited in us, it is not. It doesn't mean it is natural. Natural state is that we are having some effort. We have to put some effort. When we have to breathe, we have to put some effort. So that is our restful state. Where is our ultimate restful state? In our original state. What is that original state again? Infinity. So going back to original state, we have already come out of our way. Going back to that original state is what all religion about. Real religion and spirituality is about, right?
That's what I was saying when I said nothing, but I maybe used the word
Yes,
nothing.
yes. No, because what is happening is there is a lot of confusion within Buddhists and this one. Buddhists use the word nothing. We use the word Purna. Shunya they use. Shunya for nothing, okay? They use Purna. It's only really words. There is really no difference. But for ages they have been quarreling about this, that, etc. So there is a quarrel. And when you say nothing, people are afraid. Right? Oh, am I nothing then? And there is no real logic that you can put forward to explain that nothingness. I can't even persuade you to go towards nothingness. Right? That is why I had to change that word. What is that? Yeah. You will show that? Hemant? Who else have to speak? Last week you said you 5 minutes, and then you and then he did not come. One other person has to. How many minutes you need? You finish off. Next week. You finish off. Come.
So he said a natural state is when we have to put effort for breathing.
No. The natural state is when we don't have to put. Effortless state is natural state. We don't have to put any effort. There is no effort in that state. That is our natural state. But the very fact that we have to put some effort shows that it is not natural.
But we are right now not putting any effort in our breathing, so we are in natural state.
No, you are putting a lot of effort by talking and thinking. All these are also considered effort. You start in 5 minutes. 4:53.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to talk about what I have learned from the seminar. So, 3 things. I have gained knowledge there.
Which seminar? Please tell them. There are
IIT.
some new people are there, and is the mic working? I don't think so.
There is a seminar in IIT Delhi on 23rd August, 24th August. So 3 things I have gained knowledge there. I revised my concept that I have already learned, and it was an enchanting excursion. So first of all, I want to talk about science and ethics. So scientists are the intelligent people who are driven by the curiosity. Swami Vivekananda was a spiritual scientist. So why ethics? Because malpracticing of science is going on, like stealing ideas. So what is the importance of ethics? I want to tell you through one story. 2 स्टूडेंट्स थे सेम क्लास में. एक चीट करता है, 80% मार्क्स लगता है, दूसरा चीट नहीं करता. वो अपने आप को अपनी टेम्पटेशन को रोकता है, चीट नहीं करता, बट ही गॉट एवरेज मार्क्स. आफ्टर फ्यू ईयर्स दोनों सेम प्रोफेशन में होते हैं, बट देखा जाता है कि जिसने चीट किया था वो प्रोफेशनली उतना प्रोफाउंड नहीं है, जबकि जो दूसरा था एवरेज मार्क्स लाया बट वो प्रोफेशनली प्रोफाउंड है, बिकॉज ही क्विट द प्रेयर्स. जो इमीडिएट प्लेजर था उसका, ही क्विट दैट. He worked for his Shreyas. So we all have to work for our Shreyas.
There are new people also. What is Shreyas and Prayas?
Prayers is immediate pleasures we got, like seeing movies, etc. Shreyas is the ultimate pleasure. So scientists are the people who study creation of the creator, whereas spiritualists are who creates creator in himself. So education with a focus of worldview. Teacher is the English word. In Sanskrit we call guru as a teacher. Guru is comprised of 2 words. Gu means which indicates darkness, and ru means who removes the darkness. So guru we can say one who removes the darkness. According to Mundaka Upanishad, there is a 2 kind of knowledge, Apara Vidya and Paravidya. Apara Vidya is the knowledge of book we got from our scriptures or books we read. Paravidya is a knowledge of cells. Nowadays, Aparavidya is more concentrating, but Paravidya is also very essential in our life. Like we are getting here in VYF class, the Paravidya. So we have to counterbalance two Vidyas to gain knowledge. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, Sach Chit Anand alone can become Guru. Shiva is everywhere. Like sir talked about that the discrimination, the basic discrimination between the people and the gender inequality. We all, if we think, we all are the soul and we see Shiva in all. So we can we can eliminate this discrimination from our mind. So the values, the concept that I have revised there, we are hypnotized by the weakness. We think we are weak, we are becoming weak. And we think, what we think we become, we took into our actions, action become habits, and habit ultimately become character. There's a small story. एक बच्चा था अपने पापा को परेशान कर रहा था. पापा ने उसको एंगेज करने के लिए उसको इंडिया का मैप दिया, कहा कि पजल सॉल्व करो. बच्चा बहुत ही नॉटी था, उन्हें लगा कि काफ़ी टाइम लगेगा, इसको ज्योग्राफी की कोई नॉलेज नहीं है. उसने पजल दी, पर वो देखते हैं कि विद इन 5 मिनट्स वो वापस आ जाता है. उसके पापा हैरान हो जाते हैं, ऐसे कैसे इसने इंडिया का मैप जोड़ डाला. तो देन वो कहता है कि पापा पहले मैं स्टार्टिंग में स्टेट्स जोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहा था, बट जब मैंने उसको बैक को देखा तो देयर इज अ पिक्चर ऑफ मैन. तो उसने सिर्फ मैन की पिक्चर जोड़ने की कोशिश की, तो पूरा इंडिया का मैप अपने आप अल्टीमेटली बन गया. तो स्वामी जी ऑल्सो यूज टू से दैट कि अपने आप को बनाओ, नेशन अल्टीमेटली बन जाएगा. Then Oloin, work and work. Values has to be caught, not to be taught. We are hypnotized, we have to dehypnotize ourselves. Delusion of thoughts. We have to separate ourselves from the weakness. We have to broaden our vision. Yes, I can do it. Be positive. I am the supreme bliss. Perfection is already in us, we just have to manifest it. What is success? Higher positions. Earning more than your friends, or being bungalow or 37 cars. No. Ladder to success is who can live in adversity, who learn from his past mistakes, and who is always positive. So be simple, be original, balance between the ambition, help others, motivate, and understand yourself. We are what we think. Your life is your message to the world. Make sure it is inspiring. With faith, person can attain heights of success, but without it, he is a beggar. So arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. So it is an enchanting experience. Jai Hind.
Why are these achieving success? You said no, right? Some successes you should use climbing the ladder of hierarchy in a company. There are also success, right? Come back. Higher
But you
position.
think that is success, but as it becomes
Inclusive. That is not the only success.
Yeah.
So that is not the success when you say. What happens is, maybe new people, they think that okay, these people are completely against company success, your worldly success, etc. Only they all want us to. No, it's not in your interest. In my interest, I have to clarify. So it's not that. It's that is also success. Everything is success. Definitely. Whatever the world is saying is okay. Upanishads only say, march on, march on. Go forward, go forward. Charaiveti, charaiveti. Wherever you are there, if you are still there, always there, it is stagnation. What happens to water if it is stagnated? Bad order comes out of it, right? So what you have to do, like a flowing water, okay? You need to go. Go forward. Wherever you are, go forward. That's all we are trying to say here. Thank you. That was the great question. So, next. Actually, this is all extempore. I don't know. Once I start, I didn't understand. Yeah, really.
आप लोग कितने कितने लोग हैं फर्स्ट टाइम आए हैं जो लोग आप लोग हैं इंट्रोडक्शन आप लोगों का जी three things your name, what are you doing, and
When I don't know, when I have to do the job, I do it my way.
Okay.
Just follow the chain.
Good evening.
They don't know, you have to explain. See, always when you are on stage, always think about the audience from audience point of view. You are playing two roles. You are playing the role of the person who is on stage and what you have to do, as well as how audience is thinking. The audience doesn't know what the three questions are. You should ask them, what is your name? What are you studying, or are you employed, etc. And how did you come to know about this youth forum? And did you enjoy this class, etc.? Do you plan to come? All this, please.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Vivekananda. I'm studying sociology in the Sri Venkateshwar College, University of Delhi. I read about the Swami Vivekananda's experiment on caste. So this forced me to know more about Swami Vivekananda and his guru Paramahansa ji. So my uncle used to be a follower of now he's also a follower of this mission. So he suggested me to join this mission. So there I come to know about it. Thank you.
It doesn't work sometimes.
Hello everyone. Myself Gajendra Aratu from Maharashtra. I am doing my doctorate at Indian Agricultural Institute in Plant Biotechnology and Physiology. So मुझे योगेश सर जी से पता चला कि आश्रम के बारे में, और मैं पहले से स्वामी जी की किताबें और उनके लिटरेचर का बहुत बड़ा फैन था, तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है यहाँ पे।
You read Swami's book? What books you read?
That is small ones.
Yeah. What? Small content is important.
Containment about how to achieve goals like that. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Bhavna Joshi, and I've done my masters in agricultural economics. And even I am very much bent towards Swamiji's lessons. And even my father is very much, he was telling me about Swami Vivekananda. So even my friends, like, they used to come, and I met these people actually in the library, actually preparing for civil services. So these people, like, I was quite influenced by these people, so I thought of joining. Thank you.
Somebody start. Who's our voice? I hear first. We can continue. They are waiting for each other. I am saying that anybody can start. Whoever starts first, we get the chance. Grab the opportunity.
प्रणाम महाराज जी, मेरा नाम सिद्धार्थ दुबे है। मैं एमपी से बिलोंग करता हूँ, लेकिन मैंने ग्रेजुएशन और पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन इलाहाबाद से किया। वहाँ मैं रामकृष्ण मिशन से जुड़ा रहा 5 साल, वहाँ का वॉलेंटियर रहा, डिवोटी भी हूँ। और मैं जैसे ही यहाँ मैं सिविल सर्विस की प्रिपरेशन के लिए यहाँ आया हूँ 2 दिन पहले, मेरे को यहाँ का एक्टिविटी ये मालूम थी कि यूथ फोरम के यहाँ ये एक्टिविटी होती है 3:30 बजे से, तो मैं यहाँ आया हूँ।
3 बजे 3 बजे
Myself, Arthur Prakash.
छोड़ दीजिए, माइक छोड़ दीजिए, जोर से, तेज बोलो।
Myself, Arthur Prakash. I am working as a lecturer in Guru Economics Polytechnic Institute. मुझे यहाँ पे रामकृष्ण मिशन के बारे में पता था पहले से ही। मैं पहले से ही स्वामी जी के बारे में मैंने काफ़ी पढ़ा है और कुछ मूवीज़ भी देखी थी उनकी रिगार्डिंग, क्योंकि स्पिरिचुअल टीचिंग्स ने काफ़ी अट्रैक्ट किया मुझे। और मैं कई बार यहाँ इस आश्रम में विजिट किया मैंने 5-6 बार। तो एक बार मैं ऑफिस पे गया था, तो उन्होंने मुझे बताया था इस फोरम के बारे में कि आप अगर आना चाहें तो यहाँ पे आ सकते हैं संडे को, तो इसलिए मैं इस बार आया।
Very good. You like this?
Yes.
Next, anybody left or please?
My name is Vivekananda Youth Forum. I'm studying MBA in
CA final and MBA in project management. Both. CA inter. Okay. Not yet. Thank you. What? You're not here, right? This Shrunatva Vishwa is there. What does it means is, what it means is, the context is, when this one of the Indian scientists, rishis of old, evergreen scientists, so when he discovered that infinity, that I am infinite, he discovered that truth, and then he stands up and then he is telling, oh people, oh great devas who live above, and all the beings in the universe, everywhere, whoever you are, listen, I have achieved that. Okay, that is when this was there, and later on we can see the meaning. That is one point. Second point is, what is that important about Gambhiranandaji's status is when Swamiji said that he is not disturbed by anything, he doesn't need anything from outside, and whatever it is, it cannot disturb his peace. Gambhirananda is completely peaceful, and then nothing can disturb him. That state is a perfect state because you are like you are completely at peace with yourself and the universe, and nothing disturbs you. That is called Sthita Prajna. Sthita Prajnatva. Sthita Prajnatva means you are consistent and constant. I mean, you become so peaceful that nothing can disturb you. Somebody comes and insults you, that is the same for you. Somebody comes and garlands you, does so many things to you, good things to you, no problem. Somebody comes and kicks you, scolds you, abuses you, no problem. Slanders you, you have only one attitude for both. Okay, that is called Sthita Prajnatva. Now, why is this important? Is we become finite when we react. We are reacting in the sense that is generating. Suppose somebody says something, and then I am reacting. which means that has an effect on me, that has an influence on me, then I am not powerful. Who has influence on you? Who are more powerful than you? Who are better than you? Only they will have influence on you in a general way, right? So that thing is working on me, which means I am inferior and that thing is superior, right? World hurls lot of insults to you or praises to you, and if you react, and then you are also part of the world, you become that. But what are you? You are not world, you are not matter, you are spirit. When you are spirit, you must be the master, you are the superior most here. So whatever happens in the world, that world's things, the praise and blame and all these things, cannot disturb you, cannot generate a response from you. That is Sthita Prajna. A reaction from you, it cannot generate, the world cannot generate a reaction from you. So you are bound to this world by your reactions. How you react to a situation, the same situation, suppose a cockroach is, I don't know, that example is not, maybe here it is not good to use. So the same situation, you say, you can put 10 people in the same situation, 10 people behave differently, okay? And what you need to do is, you need to behave in such a way that it doesn't disturb your peace at all, no change, okay? That is when you are perfect. That is how Gambhirananji is perfect. And what I am saying is, reactions bound you to this world. Okay, what is world? World means finite. You are infinite. Okay, you become finite, you become limited when you react. When you are infinite, you don't even have to react, right? So that then, if you achieve this state, with whatever way, here, the wonder in Vedanta religion is, the advantage is, they are not asking you how you are going to reach it. Just reach it. Okay. So if you can reach that state, your peace, all your desires are fulfilled. There are no more desires disturbing you, right? Only when you have desire, you are disturbed. Expectations, you are disturbed. You expect something to happen, it doesn't happen, you are disappointed, you are dejected. You expect job promotion, it doesn't happen. All these things are not there. You are content, you are satisfied. You flow with the flow. Whatever happens is just a part of the play, right? This is where we need to go. That is one dot, and the second two dots we need to connect, right? The first dot is where you are. The second dot is where you need to go. We need to connect these dots as quickly as possible. Why? Because we are missing out the joy. Whatever joy is there, we are missing out. So let us go quickly. On that. Or okay, I will do on that. Because when you and there's a, what is that emptiness? Then there are only two different words, but the same infinity is called soul here, we call it shunya. The only difference is there. Suppose you call this dog tomorrow, I call it podium. What difference does it make? The thing is the same. You don't have your R. you are seeing three people, then you get another Swami. Right? Similarly, you are Buddhism and then together. Truth is one. Seeing in different ways. That is what I am saying. I am one. Buddhism sees me like this. Hinduism sees me like this. Christianity sees me like this. We just have to understand that the perspective is different, but they are seeing the same. In perspective, there are various names, how the methods are different in the ways. That is how